Hi, my name is Tarini and I'm a sophomore at Twinsburg High School. Today I'm here to talk to you about anxiety disorders, their causes, how to recognize them, and how to get on the road to recovery. According to the National Institutes of Health, almost 1 in 3 school-age teenagers will have or experience an anxiety disorder, which is a statistic that honestly scares me. I mean, that would mean that millions of teenage students will be holding their heads up high, yet suffering in silence. Teenagers just like me, and teenagers just like you. That's why this topic is so important to me. While schools may talk about getting enough exercise and how to eat healthy, the talk on mental health usually falls flat. In some cases, topics such as anxiety and depression are completely ignored, leaving people with no option but to simply assume. This can cause negative judgments about what mental health be made, causing mental health disorders to be even more dangerous. That's why I need to talk about this topic, to break the stigma. So, without further hesitation, let's begin. Before we talk about their causes, we first need to understand this. What are anxieties and what differentiates them from everyday stress? According to mental health professionals, anxiety disorders are prevalent when it impairs someone's ability to function, causes them to have severe overreactions to emotional stimuli, and those responses to situations cannot be controlled. An anxiety disorder makes day-to-day life a struggle. That's why it's important to get diagnosed. And this is why we have to look into the causes. Anxiety disorders are usually caused by 3 main factors. One of them is a chemical imbalance in the brain. A chemical imbalance in the part of your brain which regulates your mood may cause an anxiety disorder to develop. Another factor is heredity. People whose parents suffered from anxiety disorders are more likely to experience symptoms of these disorders. Lastly is a traumatic event. Witnessing and/or experiencing a traumatic event may cause someone to develop an anxiety disorder, such as PTSD, for example. Anxiety disorders look different for everyone. In teens, they usually look like they're on opposite sides of the social spectrum. They can be either loud and energetic, or they can be socially withdrawn. Other than this, there are many physical symptoms that teenagers can experience, such as headaches and muscle tension. Teens may reach out for outlets to deal with this anxiety. Some of these outlets are negative, such as substance abuse and promiscuous activity. However, there are also many positive outlets that people can utilize during and after experiencing anxiety. Treatments for anxiety disorders can vary, but they usually fall in 2 main spectrums, either psychotherapy or medication. Psychotherapy involves working with a therapist to slowly reduce the symptoms of anxiety through repeated and cautious exposure. Therapists work with patients to develop the coping mechanisms needed to cope with their anxiety. Medication can also be prescribed. Medication, such as select antidepressants and anti-anxiety prescription drugs, can be given to reduce the symptoms of anxiety. If you suspect that you or a friend of yours is suffering from an anxiety disorder, please reach out to a trusted adult, a parent, teacher, or guidance counselor, for example. The road to recovery doesn't have to be a lonely one. Even talking to a friend can be a step in the right direction. Please don't hesitate to reach out. Again, my name is Tarini. I'm from Twinsburg High School, and I choose to avoid unhealthy behaviors in order to help the mental health of myself and others.